Hey y'all, Carolina Tony here. Today the road brings me to Cataloochee, North Carolina. This was a very small farming community, not very far from Waynesville, North Carolina. It's no longer inhabited, but I'm told there are a few small buildings and some points of interest here. It is now part of the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, and we are going to go take a look around, just see what is here, and you get to come with me. And we'll get started right after this station identification. Cataloochee was a name given by the original inhabitants, the Cherokee, meaning standing tall. The word Cataloochee is likely a reference to the many ridges that surround this remote place. Cataloochee was home to the largest farming community in the area. Many of the historic structures from that time, around 1934, are here now. Farmsteads, cabins, churches are still here. I imagine in the early 1900s, this was probably the main road in Cataloochee. The road that you would take on a Sunday morning to go to church. The road leading beside a peaceful stream. This is called the Palmer Chapel. Was built around 1903 and was remodeled in around 1929. Hey, it's open. How about that? Appropriate. Shall we gather at the river? Right through those doors is the beautiful mountain stream. Now, since this was a Methodist church, I doubt very seriously that the congregants would walk out their front door and be baptized in the stream, because Methodists sprinkle, right? Here's the path to the Beech Grove School. All these vandals have scratched their names into this glass. Oh, this is so cool. If only these walls could talk, Now I'm gonna guess there was a panel here, but it's been taken out to make the access wider, but Lord, look at this. Okay, class. Hey, you. Carol Tony, do you know your arithmetic? Yes, teacher. I know my gazentas. One goes into two. Two goes into four. That's pretty good, huh? From what I can tell so far, Cataloochee is very similar to Cades Cove, if you've ever been there, but without the bumper-to-bumper traffic, and it's a lot closer. It's pretty cool. Now, I haven't seen any elk yet, but supposedly in this area there are supposed to be lots of elk and other wildlife as well. Maybe we'll get lucky and see some today. I don't know. I love it. Still no elk. The Hiram Caldwell Cemetery. This flat, level grassland situated between the two mountains running along a mountain stream made this perfect for early settlers and farmers to make a living from the land. If you were into hiking or biking, then I would suggest this is the place to give a try. The roads are not very busy. Single lane, gravel, fairly smooth. There's a biker there. Is that what you call them? Or a bicyclist? This is a barn that belonged to the Caldwells. And right across this little footbridge is the Caldwell place. This is a very nice turn-of-the-century home. Now, I know some of you, turn of the century, that was 2000. No, I'm talking about the turn of the century for my generation, 1900. Caldwell Place was built around 1903. Let's go in and take a look. This house was completed in 1903, taking 5 years to build. The boards are yellow poplar. They were sawn and dried right here on site. Hiram and Elizabeth Caldwell had 5 children, 1 girl and 4 boys. One of the boys died at a very young age. Here is a very old photograph of Hiram and Elizabeth Caldwell. More graffiti artists. I'll note, this house is all wood, no sheetrock. Wood ceilings, walls, and floors. I love it. Make our way upstairs. I already see something that's going to be pretty interesting. Look at all this wood. Barn and stables. At one time, over 200 buildings once occupied the land here in the Cataloochee Valley. Today, only a handful remain. And some of you might ask, well, what happened to Cataloochee? Apparently, this particular community one time housed 1,200 people that lived here during their heyday. But they were greatly affected by the national park in the 1930s. Well, that's going to be a wrap on our trip to Cataloochee, North Carolina. Didn't get to see any elk, but I saw lots of turkeys, lots of butterflies, and just a few historic houses. But nonetheless, it was all worth the trip. So if you're into biking or hiking or even camping, because there's a campground nearby, I encourage you to take advantage of that. I hope you've enjoyed our trip here. If you have, be sure to give me a big old thumbs up. Be sure to share this video with your family and friends. But until next time, y'all have a good day.